Namaste. I, JVN Sheetal Singh, Assistant Professor at Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur, in Faculty of Pharmaceutical Science. So, previously, we have covered. So, as we know, we are doing our fourth unit, which is pharmacology of the drug acting on central nervous system. And in the previous few videos, we have covered the sedatives, hypnotics. And now our next topic is central acting muscles relaxant. So, the central acting muscle relaxant are spasmolytics. These reduce the rigidity of muscles without affecting the consciousness and normal voluntary movement. These are helpful in surgery, useful for relieving the convulsion of tetanus, lockjaw, and strychnine poisoning, drug use in the convulsion, and various take incompetent disorder. Act selectively in the CNS, thus effectively decrease the skeletal muscle tone and involuntary movement. This class include the uh, methicillin, methacarbamol, and chlorosoxazone and diazepam. Now, the methicillin act on the brain, midbrain, brainstem at the level of the thymus and below, and in spinal cord. Does not block the neuromuscular transmission, antagonist the strychnine, induce the convulsion as it has selectively action on the extragraded reflex activity, can control the epileptic seizures within 30 seconds, has central sedative action, and has been found to be used in the certain psychotic state. Available in tab form 250 mg and in fraction form is zero point 0.5 to 3 gram for IV. Provide the muscular relaxation and relief from the certain type of tremor as occur in the Parkinson's and weakness, nystagmus, eyeball movement, double vision, and muscular incoordination are common side effects in this. Now, methacarbamol, it is the CNS represent traditionally suggests for use in acute painful musculoskeletal conditions such as muscle tension, panics associated with the anxiety. Muscular relaxation is because of its sedative action, drowsiness, dizziness, and light the adrenaline are common side effect. Now, chlorosoxazole act as a muscle relaxant by virtue of its CNS represent effect. Beneficially effect is due to its sedative property for the relief of the muscle spasm. Most frequent side effects are drowsiness, dizzying, nausea, vomiting, heat burn, constipation, and diarrhea. The skeletal muscle relaxant drugs that act peripherally at the neuromuscular junction and the muscle fiber itself are centrally in the cerebrospinal axis to reduce the muscle tone. A muscle relaxant is a drug that affects the skeletal muscle function and decrease the muscle tone. It may be used to improve the symptoms such as muscle spasm, pain, and hyperreflexia. Now, the peripheral acting muscle relaxant are neuromuscular blocking agent like non-depolarizing, competitive blocker, They are long-term, intermediate acting, and short acting. In the long term, they are pancuronium and doxycurium. Where in the short intermediate acting, they are vicuronium and atracurium. Then short acting is mevacurium. Now the depolarizing blockers are succinyl chloride and decamethonium. Non-depolarizing competitive blocker MOA are the site of action of both competitive and depolarizing blocker is the end plate of skeletal muscles fiber. Pharmacological actions is in skeletal muscles is in IV injection of non-dopa depolarizing blockers rapidly produce muscles weakness followed by flat-dead paralysis. Autonomic ganglia produce some degree of ganglionic blockade. Histamine release, DTC, releases histamine from the mast cell. Histamine release contribute to the hypotension produced by DTC, flushing, bronchospasm, and increase the respiratory secretion or other effect. Now, the pharmacological action is cardiovascular system. The tubulocurins produce the significant fall in BP. This is due to ganglionic blockade, histamine release, and reduce the venous return. Gastrointestinal tract, the ganglion, blocking activity of complete competitive blockers may enhance the post-operative paralytic in illness after the abnormal operation. Central nervous system, all neuromuscular blockers are quaternary compound, do not cross the blood-brain barrier. The Ditubocuranin, not clinical use due to its histamine effect, and succinyl chloride is the most commonly used muscle relaxant for passing the tracheal tubule. It induces the rapid, complete, and predictable paralysis with the spontaneous recovery in 5 minutes. Occasionally, succinyl chloride is used by the continuous IV infusion for producing the controlled muscle relaxation for long duration. It should be avoided in younger children unless absolutely necessary because risk of hyperkalemia and the cardiac arrhythmia is higher. Now, the non-depolarizing blockers are in the individual details are given. So let's study that like Panacuronium, it is the synthetic steroid compound 5 times more potent than the longer acting drug DTC. Because of longer duration of action, needing reversal, its use is now restricted to prolonged operation, especially the neurosurgery. Pipecuronium, muscle relaxant with a slow onset and long duration of action. Steroidal in nature, recommended for prolonged surgeries. Next is Vicuronium. It is most commonly used muscle relaxant for routine the surgery and in intensive care unit. Then Atracurium, 4 times less potent than the pancuronium and short acting. Rocuronium is muscle relaxant with a rapid onset and intermediate duration of action, which can be used as alternative to SCH for the tracheal intubation without the disadvantage of depolarizing block and cardiovascular changes. Now the adjuvant to the general anesthesia. The most important use of neuromuscular blocker is an adjuvant to general anesthesia. Choice of the neuromuscular blocking depend on the nature and the duration of procedure. Pharmacokinetic of the blocker and cardiovascular stability that is provided when Quilorium and Reucuronium are the most frequently selected non-depolarizing blockers. Assisted ventilation, critical ill patient, insensitive unit care often needed ventilatory support. Convulsion and the trauma from the electroconvulsive therapy can be avoided by use of massage relaxant without decreasing the therapeutic benefit. Assisted ventilation, critical ill patient, insensitive care unit often need ventilatory support. Now, dantrolene act on RYR1 ryanodine receptor calcium channel in the sarcoplasmic reticulum of skeletal muscles and prevent the calcium ion and induce the calcium ion release through the sarcoplasmic reticulum. Dantronil is slowly but adequately absorbed from the GIT and it's penetrate brain and produce some sedation, but has no sedative effect on polysynaptic reflexes responsible for spasticity. Now let's compare the features of central and peripheral acting muscles relaxant. So the central acting decrease the muscle tone without reducing voluntarily power, but the peripheral cause the muscle paralyzes, voluntarily movement is lost. Then in the central, the selectively inhibit the polysynaptic reflexes in the CNS, but in the peripheral, it block the neuromuscular transmission. Now in the central, it cause the CNS depression. But there is no effect on the CNS by the peripheral acting drugs. In the central acting, when given orally, sometimes the parenterally, but practically, the peripheral acting drug are given IV. The central acting drug used in the chronic spasmodic condition, acute muscle spasm and tetanus, whereas the peripheral acting drug used for short-term purpose and surgical operations. Now the classification classes. Mephinesis cogeners, an example are Mephinesis, carisoprodol, chlorozoxazone, chloromazazone, and benzodiazepam is diazepam and other. GABA is baclofen, and central beta 2 agonist is tizanidine. Now, so these are the drug which act in the muscles as the muscles relaxant. So here we have completed this. Hope you will understand about the central acting muscle relaxant like baclofen, tizanidine, and let's see the use of these drugs. First is they are used in acute muscle spasm, then backache and neuralgia, anxiety and tension, then spastic and neurologic disease, tetanus, electroconvulsion therapy, and orthopedic manipulations. So the question here developed is write about the non-depolarizing blockers. Write about the MOA of non-depolarizing blocker. Give a short note on skeletal muscle relaxant. Give a short note on skeletal muscle relaxant. Write about detail of hypnotic drug and what is the difference between sedative and the hypnotic drugs. So these are the basic questions which you have to complete. So here we have completed this topic. Hope you will understand this. We have covered the fourth unit and third topic, sedative, hypnotic, and central acting muscles relaxing today. Hope you will understand this. For any query, you can comment below. Thank you and namaste.